All right, how are we there, Seth? So what we did a little today at the end there was, well, we used these, which is a metal slide, and then this is a glass slide, which you can kind of, yeah, you can see right through it. So the thing you're looking at is just a slightly different sound. A lot of people like to put on your ring finger right there, and then with this, as you recall, we had tuned this guitar so that it just sounds great, right? Just as a chord, right there. That's in the chords. If you want to do this, you'd have to tune your guitar. You'd have to go D, A, D, like that. So you're leaving the A and the D alone. You drop this to a D. This is normally a G, gets dropped a half step to an F sharp. That is actually an A now, dropped a whole step from B. And that was at E, now it's at D. So your outer strings are the same. And that's how you would tune it. Then the thing you'll find is that as you move up the neck, you can do all of the strings. So you could go like that. Right? And then you can even be doing like two notes, like even just these thinner two notes down here. If you wiggle it a little bit, it's like vibrato, right? If you went like that, well, you kind of do the same thing. But it's a little harder to do. I'm not as good at it, but... And that's the other effect that you can do too, is that you can kind of slide right up there with that. So that's the glass one, and the metal one tends to be a little bit more of a kind of a... a grainy kind of sound to it because the metal is going against metal, right? Right, like that. So kind of an interesting thing there that you can do with a perfectly open tuned guitar. Now what I'm going to do to go back to normal, I'd be on E, and then I've got my A and D, and then the F sharp goes back to G, and then A goes back to B, and then the E, and there you go. There we go, back to a normal tuning. So then the other thing we talked about was, like using certain positions, and that's kind of what got us into the F, or the sliding stuff, was talking about using the F and how it can be a sliding, to use the term, a sliding chord, right? There's G. So you got F to G right there. Now, and anywhere this is, if you flatten this finger over the three, what I call the smoke on the water notes, right? That's doing the D, G, and B all at the same time. And again, that would be a B flat to a C, and then you're back down to F. B flat, C to F. Okay, then you have a singer that comes along and they can't sing in that key. So what you might do is move up to G instead. Then flatten. And I definitely use my middle finger to push down to help this out, right? And this idea came to me from learning a jazz chord, right? Like that. That's kind of more of a jazzy chord where you hold down all three of those with one finger. So that's just a cool thing to be able to do, and no matter where you are. And then the other thing to remember is that A can be moved up as well. Right? You go up here, and then if you go all the way to the 9th fret, and then add 10 on the B string, and there's with the A droning along. Sounds kind of funny, right? But you're going to notice that certain frets will sound a little off if you don't stay within the key. So anyways, there's a little bit on moving chords and slide guitar. Good luck.